around, might have some good content that's going to help you to grow your business. So whether you have a moving business, cleaning business, hauling business, junking business, trucking, box trucking, whatever, it does not matter. There's usually maybe one or two things I can say on this channel that's probably going to help you grow your business, and that's keeping it real. For everyone who's back, they already know there's some good content, and that's why they're back. If you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting subscribing. Hit that notification bell right down there at the bottom. That way, it'll let you know whenever I drop new content or go live like I am today. So I always promise that it's not going to be a long video. I do my best to keep the videos as short and as compact and as filled with information as I can. So again, if you're in any type of service business, then there's usually something on this channel that you can get that can help to grow your business, elevate it, ultimately get it to where you want it to be. So today we're going to do something really cool. By the way, if you don't mind, if you have a question or comment, or you just want to drop your business name, go ahead and drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments if you missed the live, this live video, and that's fine. If you have a question or whatnot, drop it. I'll get to it. I love questions. I don't get to them all, but if you do, drop it, and we'll go from there. So we'll see. So here we go. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about how to get your customer from A to B, which is essentially the opening all the way down to the reservation. Notice I don't say booking because I don't want you out there booking jobs, right? And for my students that are in my training, or for those who are coming to the VIP, the webinar, the training webinar, is going to be about 3 hours long. It's going to be November the 12th. So you got a few weeks. The tickets, I'll drop the link in the comments or right in the live right now. Grab a ticket, see me over there. You get all the training that you need, and I'll make sure it's there. So we're going to talk about how to take your business from the opening to the reservation. Again, I don't want you saying booking. Reason I don't is because with so many people, when they think about a booking or setting an appointment or having to be someplace, think about this. And I'll ask you a question, and you could tell me. Whenever you're thinking about doing something you don't like, do you ever set a reservation or do you set an appointment? So when you think about going to the dentist, is that a reservation or is that an appointment? When you think about, let's see, going to court, when you think about going to the doctor, when you think about going to divorce or something like that, when you think about things you usually don't want to be doing, that's usually and some type of an appointment associated with it. So you got an appointment with the dentist, all you think about is the pain. You got an appointment with the doctor, you don't want to get stuck. And so you usually think about appointments in as it relates to bad things. So I know that most people do that, right? And it's subconscious. They may not say it, but they usually think about appointments as things they don't want to be a part of. Whereas on the opposite end of the spectrum, most people think about reservations as things that you did for yourself, things that I want to do for myself. I don't want to set appointments. I do want to set reservations, right? So I would love to set a reservation for myself, right? And so what happens is when you think about reservations, you're usually thinking about vacations, holidays, trips you want to make, things like that. You're thinking about a dinner, a date, whatever. You're thinking about things you typically want to do. So that's why I'm always like, hey, this stuff is probably not going to pop up because it's going to be planted in the customer subconscious, but we don't want to book anybody. We don't want an appointment for anybody. We want to set a reservation, which implies that, or to their subconscious, it implies that you want this, you set this, because the subconscious goes, all right, it's a booking, it's an appointment. It's probably something I don't want to do. And then they have the attitude towards it that they don't want to be a part of it. Hey, do you still want to go to this dental appointment today? I might reschedule. Whereas if it's like a reservation, hey man, I set this reservation, it's cool restaurant. You still want to go? Yeah, absolutely. I want to go. Right. And so we want to get in the habit of setting reservations and not appointments. Make sense? So that's a little nugget I'll give you just for tapping in today. My way of saying thank you. So, but we want to get them from A to B as quickly as possible. So when we get on the phone, When we get the customer to call us, right, from the beginning of the call, all the way to the reservation, and I'm going to teach this because if you want to know how to go from the call to the reservation, it should take 3 to 5 minutes. That's it. All I want you doing on these calls is taking 3 to 5 minutes. I do not need you on a 25-minute phone call. I do not, God forbid, I get you on a 30-minute phone call. Please don't do that. I don't need you on 10-minute phone calls. I don't need you on 7-minute phone calls. I don't even need you on a 6-minute phone call. I just want you to open the call right here, to go from call to reservation in 3 to 5 minutes. Is that too much to ask? Because think about it, if the average call, because there's some things you're doing wrong, so you don't know how to do this, and that's fine. Get in the webinar masterclass training, and I'm going to teach you how to actually do this. But for now, let's skip the how and let's talk about why it's important for you to do it. Because the how would take a long time, but it's okay, it'll help you. So we want to go from the call to the reservation, and we want to have that done in about 3 to 5 minutes. Now, for most of you, you get on the call, there's a couple things that I know about your call and what's going on in your phone call that you don't know. All I need you to tell me is that you take more than 3 to 5 minutes to go from the opening of the call to the reservation. Right? You take more than 5 minutes regularly to go from hi to we'll see you when. Right? From hello to helping you. You taking too long. And I'm not here to fuss at you. I'm a good guy. And I just want you to know that I've been through this too. That's how I learn. So I always say you can learn the easy way or you can learn the hard way. It's up to you. It makes me no difference which way you choose to learn. You don't want to learn my way? Learn yourself. I'll just tell you, it's very painful, costs a lot of money, costs a lot of headaches, a lot of sleepless night, a lot of stress, a lot of pain, on and on and on and on. It'll have you wondering and second guessing whether you're in the right business or not. So there are some things that you can learn that can grow your business. One of the most important things, don't be on the phone all day. Don't spend too much time on these phone calls. Why? Because every time you're on a phone call, chances are, because you're small business, you're missing another phone call, right? So a lot of you, and I've done this too, where the customers already said they want to do business with me, and here I am on the phone for an extra 10 minutes talking about the customer's personal life. No, please stop doing that. Right? Sesame Street word for today is stop. So I've been in the situation where I'm on the phone with the customer consistently, over and over, talking about things that we have in common, talking about where we're from, blah, blah, blah. And we're wasting time. We need this thing to be 3 to 5 minutes because this isn't a call to a friend, this is a call to a customer, and this is a business, not therapy, right? And so in 3 to 5 minutes, we need to be moving on. Make sense? Okay, gotcha. So we want to go from the call to the reservation as quickly as possible. Now, what happens in between there that gets you guys off track? It's a few things. I can think of them. I can think of just a few. These might make sense to you, right? And one of the bigger things that happen when you get on here, you got no script. You don't have a script. So what does that mean? You haven't set your GPS. So what does that mean? That means I can't find you. So what does that mean? That means the customer can't find you. So what does that mean? That means more than 3 to 5 minutes on your phone call. How many? More than 3 to 5 minutes on your phone call. How many? More than 3 to 5 minutes on your phone call. Why? Because you don't have a script. You don't have direction. You haven't set your GPS. Why? You haven't set your GPS. Why? You haven't set your GPS, right? You have to set the GPS because when you take off from here, your job is to get your customer from here to here. Only problem is you don't know how to do it. Why? Because you got no direction. And you're almost relying, because here's by default, If you don't have any direction, you're relying on the customer, because at the end of the day, if you're not in the control of the call flow, who is? Somebody's got to be in control of call flow. So now you're giving up customer control. Customer control, right? Now the customer's in control of your call flow. And I know what you're thinking, Sean, the customer's not in control. I'm getting the information. I'm asking what I want to ask. I know. And well, tell me this, why you're on the phone 15 minutes? What are you talking about? See? What's going on? Right? Well, I'm just answering questions. There's a way to go about doing that where you can still gather all that, right? What do you want to do? You want to gather some information, set the reservation, 3 to 5 minutes. Again, while you're on the phone 10, 15 minutes, it's going to put you out of business. I know you're thinking, man, I'm happy to have a customer. I want to be nice and loving and kind and respectful to my customer. I know, and you can be all of that, but it's still business, right? Still business. And you got to keep that in mind, that it's still business. So let me operate and conduct myself as a business. This ain't Dr. Phil, right? And I ain't Oprah. I don't need to know what's happening with your dog, right? I don't need to know that your kids are having issues in college. They ain't none of my business. I'm here to do one thing for you, and that's get a reservation and service you at the highest level that my company can possibly do that. So with that being said, again, why are you allowing the customer to be in control? Don't let the customer be in control of your call flow. If the customer controls your call flow, then you're out of business. And I know what you're thinking. Well, I did get the reservation. I know, but if you continue to practice that and function that way, then you're going to build that culture into your business. And now you won't be able to scale your business, right? Because now you're training people the wrong way. They're listening to you do it. They're doing it. And all of a sudden, your business is in trouble because you're leaving money on the table, right? You made $150,000 this year. Yeah, you should have made $250,000. But your phone calls went too long. Instead of doing 3 to 5 minute phone calls, you were doing 10-minute phone calls on average. And now the people you train are doing 10-minute phone calls. They like to talk too, right? And I know, don't get me wrong, I know, because I've experienced this. I know there are some times when you're dealing with customers and you can't understand what they're saying, or they're having trouble putting it into words what they want to get, right? That's a little different because you may get an elderly customer who's having trouble explaining what they need. And then you may get somebody who's trying to help somebody and they don't know all the details of this person's move. Or you may get somebody who has a very, very strong accent, and then you're having to slow things down to process what they're trying to say. So I get it, guys. I've done it. I've been on the phone right where you are. I've been, right? So I know what I'm talking about. So, but you don't want customer control when it comes to being on these phones. That's going to disrupt your process and put you behind. So if you don't answer that phone call and you call back, they've already called somebody else. Now they're on the phone with that person. That could have been, as far as you know, that could have been, we'll just say the average job is about $650 now. That's $650 you lose every time you can't pick up the phone, or every time your representative can't pick up the phone. Now you're losing money consistently, right? You're losing money consistently. So you want to go A to B as fast as possible. You want to get them from the call to the reservation in 3 to 5 minutes, nothing more than that. And that's where you want to be. So you guys are in trouble because you don't have a script. You don't know how to get them from here to here because there's no GPS, right? And then when you do get the customer on the phone, the customer has complete control. Now you're talking about things that don't even relate to a move. Now you're way out of bounds, right? And so you want to work on these things. No script, customer control. The last thing a lot of you guys are having trouble with, that's why you're hanging on these phones. I'll just say it. Well, I'll write it out. I'm not even going to put that. because I don't want you asking for a sale. This is probably one of the most important lessons I've ever taught. And one of the most important things that you'll ever learn from me. If I can't give you anything else, please let me give you this. You ready? And it's not going to be conventional. I know, because I know what's conventional. And I'm telling you it's okay to do this because it's not a bad thing. You're not hurting people's feelings. This is what you need to do. Now, this does not work a lot in life, and this does not work a lot in the courtrooms. But I promise you it's going to work for your business. If you are in sales, here's what I want you to do. Stop selling, start assuming the reservation. Now, in the masterclass training coming up in November, I'm going to teach you how this breaks down and how to actually take it and put it into your business so you do it every day. But I want you guys to assume the reservation. It's one of the most important things you can do. You must assume the reservation. Notice I didn't say ask for the reservation. Notice I didn't say beg for the reservation. Plead for the reservation. Oh, please. Oh, pretty please. Will you schedule with me? Will you book with me? Can I get you on the schedule? Huh? You gonna give me your money? Oh, yes. Yes, precious. Right? I don't want you doing that. I don't want you begging like Smeagol. Right? I want you to go ahead and assume reservation. Now, how do you do that? Well, there's ways you can do it, but I teach you how to put it into your script. So you can assume the reservation, right? So always remember, assume the reservation, have control of your call, and you need to have a script. You must have a script that can take care of all of this, right? Your script must have a GPS, must create call control, and it must assume reservation. Because a lot of you, when you get to the end, you do all the talking, you do all the walkthrough, you give all this information, and then guess what? You forget to ask for the sale. You've been on the phone with this customer for 10 minutes. You know every detail about their move. You know all of their personal information because they've gotten you off script and they're talking about their kids in college and their dog, Flu, and they're talking about their neighbor making all this noise at night. And you know all of this. But at the same time, I mean, they're talking to you like you're friends. They forgot they're here to do business with you. And it's your fault because you let it happen. There's nothing wrong with being friendly, but this business, we're not looking for friendships, right? We're looking for revenue. We're looking for pay, right? We're looking for some cheese, some bread, some butter, whatever you want to call it. This, that, and the other. We need to get it, okay? Because you and my friendship with you, if we become friends on the phone, that's cute. That doesn't guarantee me that you'll schedule with me or put a reservation with me or that I'll see you a week or 2 weeks from now. Doesn't guarantee that you'll tell somebody about my business. Doesn't even guarantee that you won't cancel on me. Write a bad review about me. So honey, I like you, but I ain't looking for friends. No, I got enough friends. I'm looking to do some business. Baby, this ain't personal, this business. Great philosopher Nino Brown, rejects it. And that's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking to do business with you. So I want you guys to focus on no longer selling, right? Stop selling because you don't need to sell. Here's another thing you guys get wrong. I'm not here to beat you up. I'm just here to give you some really good information. I could probably do this on another video. And I think I might because let me stick on this. I got some other things that I could teach you about selling. Let me just stick with this because this is so important that I don't want to just brush by it. So many of you, your business today, I like green for money. How many else like green for money? So many of you, your business today is operating, whether you know it or not, it has the capability to operate at 100% all the time. Function at 100%, systems 100%, process 100%, people 100%, product 100%, service experience 100%. But I guarantee you, for most of you, all you're getting out of your business, max, and I'm being nice, is 30% of what it's capable of. Now, think about that. That's bad all over the world in any example. If you're getting 30% production out of a business that's capable of producing 100%, the only question I got to ask is where's the other 70% for your business? Why isn't your business operating at full capacity? You said you want to make a minimum $250K a year. That's what you said. I said there's nothing wrong with that. That makes you a millionaire every 4 years. You're rich. Nothing wrong with that. $250,000 changes your life. Guarantee it. I know what I'm talking about. It changes your life. You live where you want to, eat what you want to, drink what you want to, drive where you want to, whatever. It changes your life. That's freedom. That's $20,000 a month and a little more. That's a lot of money, right? And so you can do that if your business was functioning at 100%. But the reason your business is not functioning at 100% is because you've forgotten one of the most important parts of your business, which is selling, right? And you wake up every day and say, I need to book 10 jobs today, minimum 10 jobs today, but man, I hate selling. And then all you do is program that into your subconscious, and right away your subconscious go, that's a fact. We do hate selling. So when we get them on the phone, let's make them as comfortable as we can make them. Let's listen as well as we can listen. And let's listen to everything they're going to tell us. Let's ask questions every now and then. And at the end, oh please, at the end, we're going to try to beg for the reservation. We're going to beg them for the reservation and see if we can get that. That's usually when whenever somebody says, I hate selling, that's usually the process that goes on in their subconscious whenever they get a customer on the phone. Now, you know, you need to get this customer on your schedule because you want to make $250K and you want to close this in 3 to 5 minutes. But you won't be able to do it because you've already self-admitted and self-programmed yourself that you hate selling. And you know that this is sales. Now, whether you want to call it sales, that's fine. Or you could call it like I do. You could call it solutions. Hey, I'm not selling you anything. I'm just providing a solution to your problem. You call me because you need help moving. You could very well go out there, rent a truck, get someone to help you do all of this yourself, but you don't want to do it. And so you picked up the phone, took time out of your day, picked up the phone, looked through the Google and the Yelp and the Quote Buddies, and looked through all of those apps, found what you needed, and then gave these people a call. And now that you've called these people, you got us on the phone, and we know you called a moving service because you don't need a plumber, and you don't need a home cleaner, and you don't need a roofer. You need exactly what you call. So I know you need me. So let's not play around. Let's not act like we strangers. Let's not act like you don't need me and I don't need you. Let's work together, form a partnership. I got a few questions for you, and then we're going to set up this reservation. And we need to do this in 3 to 5 minutes. And you need to track this because you need to know how long you're going to be on the phones. But again, most of you, you're operating at 30%. 30% or lower, right? When you get these calls, how many are you closing? 5 out of 10, maybe if you're lucky. Now you just, if it's $600 per job, you just left $3,000 on the table. And that's in one day. Imagine how much money you're losing because you don't want to sell. If you don't sell, you fail. If you don't sell, you don't scale. If you don't sell, ain't nothing left to tell, right? So you've got to change the way you look at all of this and change the way you think. Again, a couple, 3 of the things that'll help you. I'm just giving this to you for free right now. It's not going to cost you anything. I guarantee you, if you put these things into your business right now today, it's going to work, right? Don't be the 30%. Get to the 250 a year or more. Minimum 250. That should be changed for most of you. Should do that in 2-3 months, 4 months max. So go back and look at your script. Hey, what are the issues I'm having with my script? I guarantee if you check these few things, everything's going to change for your business. Hey, let me go check my script. Let me get the script right. I can't afford to miss it. Hey, who's in control of these calls? I need to find out who's in control. Why are they in control? Why are my calls going over 3 to 5 minutes? right? And then I need this reservation, but here's the secret. Here's the trick. I need to assume it, right? Stop asking. If you ask, I guarantee you're going to be at 30% because the customer's just going to answer. You ask a question, you get an answer. You ask for a yes, you get a no. It's just the way the customers are programmed. Nothing against you. They don't like you. They don't know you, right? Don't get mad. They don't like me. They don't know me either. And so that's why I don't put them in a position to where they have to think about whether or not they want to do business with me. Why? How do I know they want to do business with me? Who did they call? They called me. What do they need? They need my services. How bad do they need it? Very, very bad. Because they've already thought about the process of doing it themselves. And they decided, no, bad idea. Let me call someone else who can do it for me. And so we're not going to go through all the fluff. We're going to have a script that's going to guide you. We're going to have a script, and that script's going to flow. And that script is going to take us from where we need to go, from where we are to where we need to go. 3 to 5 minutes. Got a GPS. Does your script have a GPS? Secondly, that script is going to allow us to have control. I'm going to control this call. Not you, baby. You cute. Yeah, but you ain't going to control this call. Ain't happening. Thirdly, we're going to go ahead and assume a reservation. Stop asking them what they like to schedule with you. They've already called you. They've already asked about your services. They've already done the homework, done the research, made the decision to call you. The only question is, are you going to put them in your reservation? That's the only question. How fast can you get them reserved? They already showed up to take the test. I don't have to ask them if they want to take the test. They're already in the test center. A lot of you're wasting time because you're trying to figure out if they want to do business with you. They've already called you. Of course they want to do business. Your job is to get the who figured out. Who do they want to do business with? And if they get on the phone with you, it should always be you. But if they get on the phone with you and then they still are able to go and check around, then you've got a problem. And you better fix it fast. Because if you think you're getting no's now, wait until next year comes around, your phones are blowing up, and all they want to do is get information from you, hang up, and call someone else. Your customers are out there cheating on you, having affairs, calling 4 or 5 other companies because you don't understand how to stop selling and start closing and getting reservations. You don't know how to do it. And it's hurting your business. And I'm telling you straight up, it's going to kill your business unless you figure it out, or unless you do something about it, or unless you get in my masterclass and learn how to do it. Right? Now you can do it on your own. You don't have to come to my masterclass. I don't care. But you better learn how to do it. Right? You better learn how to do it, or it's going to collapse your business. And that's just fact. Right? I'll drop the link for everyone. I appreciate everybody who just recently got in and dropped a comment. Everyone who is in the masterclass. So far, I just want to say this. Everybody who signed up so far has signed up as VIP. I appreciate it because we have a $97 ticket, which is for anyone who just wants to generally get in and get their information for 2 to 3 hours. And then we have a $197 for anyone who want to get some one-on-one time with me in the VIP. And so far, everyone has booked their reservation as a VIP. So I appreciate it. I look forward. I'm excited. I look forward to giving you that information. Get in there. The seating is limited. I did it that way because I knew that I wanted to be able to do some one-on-ones with the VIP. Obviously, I didn't think everybody would sign up as a VIP, but I appreciate it. And that way we get to talk about your business and only your business one-on-one. Because to get me one-on-one, it's going to cost you at least $1,200-$1,500 just for one-on-one training with me, because it takes time, and I don't like giving up my time. So if you want to learn what I want to teach you, it's going to take time and it's going to cost. Or you spend a couple $100, learn what I teach in the Moving Success Masterclass, and but the seats are limited because I only want to put a certain amount of people in there. I don't want chaos, and I want to be able to teach everybody. And I'm thinking about every time I do something like this, maybe just limiting everything that way, because I don't like classrooms where it's too many people and it's chaos and it's nuts and you can't get questions. I don't like that. I'd rather have a controlled setting, 25, 30, 40, 50 people, something like that. And I can manage that, right? So biggest thing I'm gonna teach you, have a script, have control, assume the reservation. If you can do these things, you don't have to sell anymore, right? Selling is about assuming. You heard that from me. Nobody else says that. You heard that here. But selling is about assuming, and you gotta be able to assume the sell, okay? Get the reservation, get it on the books. I'll tell you what to do after you get the reservation. As soon as you get them, you're not even really going to get them to say yes. You're going to tell them to say yes. How much easier would it be if you told your customer to buy from you and they agreed, as opposed to asking them to buy from you and they said no? I think if I can get them to agree to buy or to do business with me, that's a win-win. Do it again. All right, guys, I got to go. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. Drop your business name down below. I don't mind. If you have a question or comment, drop it. If you want to get the link, it's going to be in the first comment. If you have any questions about it, you're welcome to email me and just reach out to me. Let me know, SeanJohnStewart@gmail.com. You can reach out to me, guys. I'm there. And just let me know. But for everybody who's going to be in the class, I look forward to seeing. I don't mind if you screenshot this. It is important, so I'll get out of the way. And if you want to get a copy of my book, Ready, Set, Wealth, Learn the Secrets of the Rich and Wealthy, please get that. So when you make all this money, you'll know what to do with the money. Money management is so important in the game, right? So subscribe, thumbs up. See you on the next video, guys. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and see you in the masterclass. Peace.